before we continue, let me tell you how to get the most out of today. Always, it's good to have your video on if you can. Maybe you are in an environment you cannot. It's okay, but please keep yourself always on silent unless you want to ask something, or maybe I will ask you and you want to answer. Feel free, by the way, to ask anytime you want. So, and set your mobile a little bit away, you know, for any interfere with the, it will interfere with the computer, with the, you know, with the voice, with the delivery. So please keep it silent and aside. Now, you know how to use Zoom, so I will not go through all that. You know how to silent, go in silent or turn it on. Let me start by showing you this slide here, and let me ask you, what do you understand from what you see here, team? Anyone can answer. Even Emmanuel can answer. Anyone? Team? Look at it. Take your time. Tell me, what is it? What am I trying to say here?
This is a nutshell what we suffer on daily basis, isn't it? The difference in expectations between the stakeholders.
Different expectations. You are about to be there, but maybe you need to use another term. Not
communication.
Communication. So what I'm trying to say here. Samira, don't worry. Wajih will try something. Wajih, can you tell me, what do you think is this? Wajih? What am I trying to say here? What about Angie? Angie?
Like, let's say the first photo or second one or
okay.
So one, it depends on
your voice,
the issue. Let's say for the plant, for the
Ahmed, your voice is cutting. Is it for every? You cannot hear Ahmed. Can you, team? Ahmed, there's a problem with your internet connection. Not clear. Yes, exactly. So who else? Angie, do you want to try?
Maybe it explained the importance of the project management when it's implemented very well. It supports the business to run more smoothly, to remove the distractions.
What you said is correct, but is this what the photo here, the photos tell us?
Yes, we have lots of things. The customer, I mean, how it was supported, what customer really need. I mean, lots of questions we need to answer. So we need to take it into consideration when we are planning for anything to put things together and to, I mean that to remove any, I mean to answer each and every, or to take each and everything into consideration while planning for any project or anything we do. To remove obstacles, to answer questions, to save time, effort, quality time.
Okay. It's okay what you said, but that's not exactly what I'm trying to say. Let's try with Samira again. Samira?
Yeah, so here I'm seeing we did not understand what is a done complete product or service promise that we gave the client. And each party involved in delivering that promise did not understand it as well. They did what they think what the client wanted. Eventually, we wasted a lot of time, resources, created solutions that are not matching with what the client simply wanted or needed.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying here to say. What I'm trying to say is this. In any project, we have different stakeholders. right? Now here, as you can see, each stakeholder understand the problem, the thing, the project differently. So the customer explained that he need a swing on a tree. Now the project leader understood it like this, and the engineer designed something else. They all understand we need a swing on a tree, but how it is built, how each stakeholder understand differently. And look at here, let's say, how it was documented. Nothing was documented, but an operation is told something else, nothing, just a rope. But how the customer was billed, he was billed a lot, he paid a lot, and he get nothing. Look at that also at the support. And there is something very important here to look at, which is what? Look at this one. The customer himself, he explained that he needs this, but what customer really needed is this. You see? So even the customer himself, that means we as a project managers, we need to understand not only what the customer needs, what he really needs, not only what he is explaining. Maybe he's explaining something, but in fact, he needs something else. So we need to be clear about that. So our role in a project, our role as a project managers is what? Is we are a communicators. We are project managers, we are a communicator among all these stakeholders to have a common understanding and to move all these stakeholders toward a common goal. So this is one of the if you are interested, one of the exam questions, PMP, Project Management Professional. PMP is abbreviation of Project Management Professional. One of the questions on the exam, if you one day look to have that certificate, if you are looking for that, a question like this: how much time, how much of his time the project manager spend in communicating? Is it 60, 70, 80, or 90% of his time spent on communicating? What do you think the answer is? Team? Perhaps 90. In fact, Samira, it is 90. 90% of your time as a project manager, you are communicating. Now, you may ask yourself, how come I am communicating? What am I doing apart from that? Is there nothing else to do? Yes, there is. You are communicating with others. They will do the work. It's not you. You coordinate. You align them toward a common direction. That's the role of the project manager. He is a communicator. Nowadays, if you want to be a successful project manager, by the way, guys, the exam to have a PMP certificate, Project Management Professional, which is a reputable, if you want, certificate, the content of the exam is changed now. Now they focus more on how to deal with people. I mean, about soft skills. How can you handle and manage conflict? How can you be of influence on your team and on the stakeholders? How can you to have an emotional intelligence? It's a lot of focus on the soft skill part. That's why passing the exam is now much easier than before. Now it's easier because it's soft skills that, you know, if you are in business, maybe you know a lot of the answers for that. So project management is about communicating. Now, let me tell you something else. In life, in business life, we have two types, mainly in any industry, in any domain, you have two types of work. One is project and the other one is operation. Project and operation. Can you tell me what's the difference between both? Team. Let me ask Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman, do you have an idea? What's the difference between projects and operations? Abdurrahman?
Okay. Speak Arabic, no problem.
Please. تفضل.
project يعني مشروع معين.
نعم.
خلاصتها منتج أو خدمة معينة فريدة.
صحيح.
الأوبريشن هي inside project. العمليات اللي تكون داخل المشروع.
هلا حتى هلا داخل المشروع inside the project We have operations, right? We have, but operations, we don't have operation outside the project.
لا في اوبريشن اوتسايد بروجكت بس انه ما تكون بتكون خاصه بخطوط الانتاج وبال الشغلات اللي تتعلق بالاوبريشن بشكل عام.
اذا برجع لسؤالي مره ثانيه، ما الفرق بينهما؟
الفرق انه المشروع له بدايه وله نهايه. الاوبريشن يمكن له بدايه بس ما له نهايه.
له بداية وليس له نهاية. I mean, it's an ongoing thing. Exactly. So the main difference between a project and operation, a project has a beginning and end, while operation is something ongoing. But may I ask you another question, which is, they are both important, but what do you think, which one do you think is more important than the other? Is it the operation or is it the project? And why? They are both very important, but which one, I mean for the life, which is more important for our, you know, for our life? And why? Samira, is it because you are studying for the certificate, you answer projects? So why?
No, actually, I think without projects, our lives and operations are meaningless. What are we working on? It's just living and breathing and just going to the office, doing HR, accounting. What if we don't have projects, deliverables? What specifically we are doing?
But we are delivering in operations, aren't we? In operations, we are delivering, aren't we?
Delivering what if we don't have projects?
Cars, mobiles. We have a factory that deliver cars. We deliver, I mean, all the production is delivering something.
True, but the projects actually created those cars.
Okay. So it's not
marketing
about,
campaigns are projects, product developments are projects.
So it means it's not about the deliverable, it's about having something new, you mean?
Yeah, meaningful. Yeah.
Okay, you know. Team, what do you think? Projects or operations? Which is more important for life? Team? Ahmed? Operation or project?
Operation.
Why?
Operation, because the operation it's starting. There is no end for operation. It's starting before project, during project, even after project.
So operation is more important. Wow.
Yes. Because the project without operation, it will be useless. It will fail.
It will fail?
Yes.
Why it will fail? I have a project. Let's say a project about let's say Burj Khalifa here or NEOM in KS.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Or whatever it is. Or the project of whatever. It's done and it's okay. Why fail?
Because the project, I'm working with the operation. Okay, so operation. We start operation after the construction. After finishing the construction, after that we are saying this is mobilization and pre-mobilization, and then after that start the operation. Operation, we operate the building, the building. Let's say the building or the project by two team, FM team and PM team, and then the technical team. After that, so the operation dealing for the customer and for the maintenance, for the service, for the any technical. So we start continue operation.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you something. What are you saying is okay, but let me tell you something. In fact, team, can you see my whiteboard? Can you see my whiteboard here?
Yes.
Team?
Yes.
Okay, please let me show you something. In fact, they are both equally important, and you cannot do without any of these both. Now, let me show you something here. Here's how it goes. Usually, you have operations. Operation is about delivering the same thing again and again all the time, right? Now, one day you will have a project. Our project is about coming with something new. Then after that, you have another operation. Again, after operation, you have what? project, operation, and that's why we are improving. So operations are responsible for continuity, but projects are responsible for change. Look at that, continuity and the change. And you cannot do without both. You need continuity, because without operation, we cannot have cars, mobiles, TVs, you know, all the stuff that we have, food. We need operations, right? But also, if we are delivering always the same thing, also we cannot. We need something new. Imagine this corona thing. If we are still using the same vaccine for the flu, we cannot overcome and defeat corona. We need a new vaccine, but that new vaccine, so it's a project to have a new vaccine. If I have that new vaccine without going to operation to produce on large scale, we don't have that vaccine. I mean, it's not effective. It's in the laboratory. So I need both to come up with something new, and then I need operation to generate thousands and millions of whatever the product or the service is. So operation is responsible for continuity, while project is responsible for change. In fact, you can say that project is about change management. Project management is in fact change management. Now, so how can we define what project is? A project, by the way, the formal definition of a project is this. A project is a temporary, as you correctly said, a temporary endeavor undertaken to create unique product, service, or result. That's the definition. So it is المشروع هو جهد مؤقت يتم القيام به لإنتاج خدمة أو منتج أو نتيجة فريدة. Temporary endeavor. Now, what's the problem if we delete temporary? We disregard temporary. What's the problem? It's an endeavor undertaken to create a unique product service. What's the problem? It's not temporary. Team?
Otherwise, it will be continuous.
So it will be?
It will be open. Yeah.
Exactly. It will go back to operation. We cannot disregard this temporary. It has a start and end. What if we disregarded the uniqueness? Angie, what do you think? If I say to create a product, service, or result?
Because we are using the project for change, to continue to match with the new technology, whatever. So
what if I disregarded this unique? What will happen?
I don't need a project for change. I'm using the project for change always, to sustain and to change. The operation for sustainability and to continue.
So,
the operation.
So I'm not,
project to change.
Yes, very good. So it means I'm not coming with something with a change. I'm not doing any change, right?
Yes.
What does it mean? If I am not changing, I am what?
I will disappear.
No, you will be in what? You will be
not
again,
a unique. Yes, not a unique, not a competitor.
You will be again in operation.
Right? You will be again in operation. Yes, I'm certain. So continue to produce whatever I'm producing.
So if it is not unique, it means you are repeating. If you
what
are
I'm doing,
it's operation. So
I don't need for the project.
Yes, it's not a project. So we cannot disregard temporary, and we cannot also disregard uniqueness, because we will go back to operation. Okay, we will go back to operation. So can you give me any example of project to deliver a product or service or a result? Like what? Any example? Samira, example, please. A project to deliver a service.
Oh, so it could be, you know, a revamp of the company's website. So just the team is coming together to relaunch or change the website of the company. So that can be a project.
Okay, that's one project. What about a product, to deliver a product, new product, like what?
Car, telephone, mobile.
Telephone, mobile, any of these. By the way, the result, we have product, service, or result. Result is any result, like let's say the population of KSA or UAE or Qatar, the population, and the whole project is a 5-year project to say that, you know, UAE population is, let's say, 10 million. KSA is 25 million, let's say, Qatar, and so on. So the whole project is about what? A result. Is it feasible, let's say, to build a mall here? Is this vaccine safe for humans? Is it safe for human being or not? So the whole project is about a result. It's okay, it's not okay. Can we do that? Can we not? That's it. It's all about a result. The whole project, can we, let's say, can mankind, I mean, live on moon? Yes or no? The whole project to answer yes or no. So it's a project to deliver a result. So it can be a product, service, or a result. Great. Now, product, service, or result. Those are. Now I have questions for you. Are you ready, team? I'll start with Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman, السؤال الأول. Will you please read the first question and answer it as well? Abdurrahman.
Yes. A building an extension on a house.
Project
this project.
Project, right?
Yes.
Very good. Project. So what about number two? Number two, Ahmed.
Yeah. Number two, running on a stability line on the factory. That is running its operation.
It's operation, exactly.
Yeah.
Operation. What about Emmanuel? Number three. Emmanuel, are you there? So, Samira, number three, if you please.
Well, it is the project, and I'm wondering inside my head, what if it's the company's core product to organize conferences on ongoing basis?
Very good question. Very good. Team, we have a new question here. What if we are in event management and we organize these conferences? Is each one of them a project or operation? Team?
It will be both.
Both? How? What do you mean?
If it's core, the core natural of the business organizing a large conference, it's operation.
What do you think? Very good one. Samira, what do you think yourself?
I think it depends on if I'm going to hire a different team, consultant, speakers for each conference, and there are different teams.
Different.
Yeah, so it's a kind of
different, yes.
Team, it cannot be operation. There are, I'll tell you what, there are some operations that you do for the whole thing. You always prepare the invitation the same way, but the whole thing is a project because the number of audience, the location, the subject itself, the speakers, as you said, the time, in fact, all of these. So the whole thing is a project, but each project has operations, but elements of operation inside it. So but as a whole, it's a project. But inside it, there are many operations.
Operations, yes.
Exactly. Wajih, I will ask you about the last one, if you please. Wajih? يا وجيه أين أنت يا وجيه? Angie will answer if you are not ready. Wajih?
It's operation baking a wedding cake. So it's a line for baking cake.
So it's operation.
It depends on who's doing it.
Team, let me tell you, just a minute, just a minute.
It depends on who's doing it. If it's
by
my side,
it's a question on the exam. You cannot say it depends. What do you understand? Baking a wedding cake. That's it.
Who's doing it?
For only one time, it's a project.
For me, it will always be a project.
Yeah.
Is it a project or operation? The team on the exam, no way to ask. So please, what?
Project.
Project? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
It's a project to make the cake. It's not for.
Because yes, it will be designed specifically to a certain wedding. Different design, different timing,
exactly.
different. So again, it's like the large conferences.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if it's baking cakes, Yes, operation, but wedding cake? Just a
It's
minute. No
different.
one,
It's a project.
no one, yes. No one will agree to pick something like that from, unit specification, color, names, letters, something. So yes, it is a project. So look at that. What we understand here, whenever it is unique, and wedding is unique, every wedding is unique, running assembly, something all the day, every day is the same, so operation. Okay, great. Now, what is project management? Now, project management is a skill that once you master it, you will have a skill you can use anywhere for the rest of your life if you want to. So it's very important skill. And look at that. All the business life is about two things, operations and projects. So 50% of what we do is projects, 50%. So the other one is about operation, coming with some, even by the way, guys, if you do the same thing, maybe you are in accounting or HR, you do the same thing every day. But if you think about it, you can come up with new ideas to improve the way of doing the same thing. You can improve even the operation, which will be in this case a project. If you improve your skill, the way how you will, let's say, process the records, whatever it is, it will be a small project within an operation. So it's very important skill. Now, project management is being able to run. Look at that. Why it is very important. You can run any project of any size in any industry. Now, I have a question for you. Let's say I am a civil engineer. Can I run a project, let's say, in pharmaceutical? Can I? Team? What do you think? Can I or not?
You can by support.
Sorry?
You can by support team.
So, but you know nothing about it. So let's say you are in agriculture. You are agricultural engineer. Can you run a project, let's say, in physics, astronomy, physics? Can you? Team? Or something in medicine? In your research in medicine, can you?
Well, see, I'm as a project manager, I know the fundamentals of how projects are run, but domain expert will be useful for the client. It will add benefit. My way of understanding the context will add benefit.
Okay.
This is my take.
Oh, okay. But the question is, can you manage successful? You are, let's say, a successful project manager of whatever domain you are in. But now there's something new. It's about, let's say, having a new vaccine for Corona. And you are in agriculture. Can you do that? Can you manage such a project?
See, personally, I wouldn't do it.
But can you?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it.
You will not, maybe, yeah, but I tell you, the answer to that question is you can. And that's why we said 90% of your time is you are communicating. In fact, now let me ask you, Samira, in what type of business are you, if you please? IT?
Well, we are in training and development. Yeah.
You are in training.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in training. But you know, training, you have technical training, you have soft skill training, you have maybe you are expert in technical training. You know about technical training, right? Maybe you are. But when it comes to technical, you don't know about that. But here it is. Can you manage such a training project? You can, because you can use consultant, you can use people. Now, any manager of any big company, he knows everything in the company? No, absolutely not. He knows how to manage people they will do the work. Let's say the president of a company or even a country, he knows about medicine, agriculture, he knows nothing about those, but he has those people that they will do the work. Even I myself in IT, I know a lot about IT, but I know in IT only database. But when it comes to building a website, I know nothing about that. So even in my domain, in IT, there are so many areas that I know nothing. I need people to help. So what you answered earlier, maybe Ahmed, I don't know, if you have a good team the supporting team that you need, you can manage any project. And that's why project management is about, here it is, the course, the PMP certificate is about managing any project, any size, any industry. You can manage it successfully. So because all these projects share the same thing, you need to know what the problem you want to solve. What is it? Why you are coming with this project? Why you are thinking of that? What's things you want to change? What's the obstacle you are facing? Or maybe you have a competitor. So what problem are you solving? And then what's your approach? What's your methodology to solve the problem? We have two main methodologies, the agile and the traditional one. And then how you will plan for that. And there are so many steps, how you will get the data, how you will plan for the cost, schedule, quality, all the stuff needed for project management. And then you need to know, am I delivering the right result? How you will check. So this step here is about controlling, am I delivering the right result? Here, it's about planning. Here, about controlling and executing. Am I delivering the right thing? And then lastly, when I'm done, how well did I deliver the deliverable or project or the result of the service? Was the stakeholder satisfied or not? And what's the feedback from the customer? So all projects share the same thing. Think of it. You need, first of all, to know what is the problem. Then you need to plan. Now look at that. Planning, it does not mean that you need to know. Maybe you have people that they know, you only manage. They will plan. They will tell you that this will cost that much. This will need that much of time. They will do. What you will do is you communicate between all the stakeholders to deliver the result. So you don't need to know everything, and you cannot know. No one knows everything, in fact, no one. Okay, team. So yes, the answer to that, you can manage. And that's the importance of the PMP certificate. The importance is you can manage any project, any size, any industry. And always think you cannot know everything. So what are the advantages, again, of the PMP certificate? Here it is. Project management is a transferable skill because you can use it, as we said, in any industry, in any domain. It's a recognition. The certificate, you can add it to your resume as an achievement, something you did. Provide industry recognition. They know that you know the steps, the processes needed, and the skills in project management. It enhances your opportunity. Absolutely, it's added value. And you will learn a lot of skills about how to deal with people, how to resolve a conflict, emotional intelligence, how to plan for the schedule for the project, how to estimate the time and budget needed, the resources. You will learn these skills. It will add value, absolutely, contributes to a higher income for you. You know, when you get certified, your income will be much better because now you are certified. People will consider that as something very important. And PMP is very well known nowadays. Networking opportunity, you will be connected with a lot of people, especially if you are PMP. There are groups and blogs and communities. You can also participate in exhibitions, in conferences. You will be invited for free to attend courses, by the way, and seminars. It's very important. I attended many every year. We have 8 conferences. One of them was about how Burj Khalifa in Dubai was built. You know, it was very, very interesting that the project manager of that project was there, and he explained so many risks and challenges they faced in the project. So it's interesting, and it's a networking opportunity. It's very important, and it's a gold standard in project management. You know, there are other certificates, but PMP is the most important one. So we are in Select. We are authorized training partner for PMI. As I told you guys before we start, we have offices in UAE and in Saudi Arabia. you can connect with us, and if you want to know more about the course, because you cannot apply for the exam unless you attend a course which is 4 or 5 days, or usually 5 days course. You will get a certificate. Then it's a prerequisite for the exam. If you want to apply for the exam, this certificate, you get it from us or from anyone, from any other provider, authorized provider. You will get a certificate and your university degree, if you have, or secondary degree, diploma or something, whatever certificate you have, in addition to this training, and in addition also to documenting what project have you participated in. Also, these are the prerequisites for the exam. 3 things: a PMP course, 5 days, your university degree, and a proof that you participated in managing, leading project for, let's say, 4,000 hours of project management work, real work. Now, if you have any question, team, please feel free. Any question?
So which edition we are in now with the project management?
Good question. Now, starting 2021, the exam content change, the exam content. It was before, the focus was on the processes and the tools and techniques. Now there is a shift, and the focus is more on people's side, because you do work through people. That's what I told you guys. It's not about the process, it's about people. People, they will do the work. So now it's much easier, the exam, but the content is much bigger. Why? Because now we have the traditional project management and the agile one, the agile project management. That's the addition. Now, by understanding those, you can manage any project. So the content is changed, and still we are using edition 6 and 7. As per PMI, they said the PMBOK guide 6th edition, which is the PMBOK is abbreviation for Project Management Body of Knowledge. Project Management Body of Knowledge, 6th edition. Now we have the 7th edition. 6 and 7 are now needed to apply for the exam. So the content is much bigger, but I can assure you guys, you can answer 30% of the questions right now without attending any course. It's scenario based. You can easily answer many of the questions if you are in business and you know how to deal with people. Any question, team?
So if my certificate is on the 6th edition, is it still valid, or do I need to take 35 hours additional?
No, even if you are certified on the 4th edition, you are a PMP, as long as you maintain what we call PDUs.
No, so I didn't apply for exam at all, so I don't have a PMP. So if it's my first time and my course, the 35 hours are on the 6th edition.
You can go for the exam, no need to do any other training. You have 35 hours, right?
I have more, yeah.
Oh, done, that's it. No need, go directly to the exam. You are welcome, Angie. I have just a pooling here, just one thing, please, before you leave, if you are in a hurry, please. This here, pooling, please. Angie, all, team. I hope you enjoyed that and you learned something about this exam.
Thank you so much, Ustad Ma'an. ما قصرت. Thank you so much. This was interesting.
You are welcome. Most welcome. You are most welcome.
شكرا جزيلا.
يا أهلا وسهلا.
معلومات قيمة، الله يعطيكم ألف عافية.
أهلا وسهلا أخي أحمد.
إن شاء الله بنستمر معاكم واستفدنا شيء رائع جدا اليوم.
أهلا وسهلا أهلا وسهلا. هي على السريع يعني ما يعني في هالعجالة ممكن يعني غير هيك. Thank you, team. Thank you very much.
شكرا دكتور نعم، شكرا، الله يعطيك العافيه.
اهلا، عافاك الله. اهلا وسهلا اختي سمير، اهلا وسهلا. رينا، ريني. Thanks so much. Good evening. I didn't tell you. Okay. أهلا أخي أحمد، جزاك الله خير. ولا يهمك أخي وجيه، ولا يهمك.